Set.
Connor Manley will be out on our pacer. He's run
Looking for another gear, 4:05.50. The heat record, it's gotta be gone.
Oh, he's gonna push 4 minutes. Van Fischer, I'm on my.
Oh my goodness, no! If it's at 4:03.50, but
we're going to see if he can possibly break 4 minutes. I think he has a shot at it.
Jenkins wins, Gohagan in second, and across.
Becomes the 6th high schooler in history to break 4 minutes.
Northeast champion Shedrick, he hasn't had anybody with.
If these two guys can keep that pace.
2 meters, 5 meters, it will be Edward Cheserem.
The field is just right. He's in the middle of the pack right now, but
he is last, but he is on his pace.
and look at this. Alan Webb is making a push, 3:49.93, and for Alan Webb,
3:50, 3:40.
he has done it.
Annihilates Jeff Ryan's record.
Unbelievable.
Lucas Versbeekis, one of the great high school runners in American history, putting a stamp on this. Ogier now moving into third. Versbeekis sub 4 minutes.
Gregoric, Matthews, Arad, and Hunter does it again, 3:57.
Speaking about Dion right now, moves up into fourth. Take over, Hunter. The outside, but Hunter's trying to not let him pass before the turn. Hunter responds. Hunter responds. Look at that. He holds up Tomet. Hunter with 1 hour to go. They're gonna have to pass a lot of guys. Look at Osberg. Look at Osberg swinging wide. Tomet on the left. Oh, this is gonna come down to the line. Hunter to the right. Gonna get it. Oh, it's Hunter.
Hey everybody, today we're talking about the distance races in track and field, and the first thing we're going to be talking about is the distance of each lane on a track. So as you can see by this slide, lane number 1 is 400 meters long. If you were to run 4 laps around the track, you would be running 1,600 meters, which is equal to approximately 1 mile. If you were to run the same number of laps in lane number 4, you could see that each lap would be 423 meters or 1,692. That is equal to almost an extra straightaway farther than the person who is running in lane 1. Now let's look at lane number 8. Lane number 8 is 453 meters in length. So every lap that you go around the track, you're running 50 meters farther if you're in lane 8 versus lane 1. After 4 laps, you would run 1,812 meters. So that is equal to farther than half of a lap than the person who is running in lane number 1. For this reason, that is why the athletes start on staggered lines. And then for all distance races, after a certain amount of time, the athletes are allowed to shift into lane 1 and they can run the remainder of the race in lane number 1. So there's 3 races in high school track and field distance: the 800 meters, which is equal to half of a mile, the 1600 meter run, which is approximately 1 mile, and the 3200 meter run, which is 2 miles. The 800 meters is 2 laps around the track. The 800 is the shortest distance event of the distance races in high school track. Take a minute to read the text box at the top of your screen. So the start and finish line for this event is at the same location as will be for all the distance races. The runners start in staggered lanes and then they can break in after the first 100 meters, which you can see over on the opposite side here. This is where they can break in and they can run the rest of their race in lane number 1. Here are some of the records for the 800 meters. And moving on to the 1600 meter run, this is 4 laps around the track, approximately 1 mile. Take a moment to read the text box in the upper corner of your screen. So as you can see, the 1600 is only run in the United States in high school meets. All other races of approximately this distance are run as a 1500 meters, which means that they would start 100 meters later than the starting line that you see here with the red arrow. Because of that, there are no world records or USA records. There is only high school records and the Mount Whitney record. The last high school event we have is a 3200 meter run. It's 8 laps around the track. And go ahead and take a minute to read the text box in the upper corner of your screen. The 3200 is only run in high school in the United States as well, same as the 600. College and international, they run the 3000, so they will start a half a lap later than what the high school athletes in the United States run. And this race starts and finishes at the same location at the main start and finish line. Also, for this reason, there are no world or USA records for the 3200 meters. There are only the high school records, which is the national record, and then you can see the Mount Whitney school records here as well.
And because it's a
So in college and professional, they run a few different races than what we run in high school. The 800 meters is run in high school, as you saw previously. Then in college and professional, they run the 1500, which is 2 laps, the 5000, which is 12.5 laps, and then the 10,000 meters, 25 laps. There's also the 3,000 meters. And if you've never heard of the steeplechase, we are going to see it on the next slide.
And because it's an inside water jump, they start a little after halfway down the back stretch. 7.5 laps, 28 barriers, 7 water jumps. They bypassed the water jump the first time around. 12 competitors have made it here to this final. Barraza appears to me to maybe be running a little bit scared, a little overly aggressive. He's running awfully quickly, which is like 8:20 pace right now. And I'm wondering if the coaching staff isn't a bit concerned that he's gone out so quickly. The steeplechase continues, and not much has changed. Brian Barraza really out there pushing the pace. He either knows something that no one but he and his coaches know, or he's in for a rude awakening later on when this fast pace starts to take its toll. Nothing has changed. Brian Barraza out there almost running a time trial with Jermaine Coleman of Eastern Kentucky now starting to get a little bit of company from Obsa Ali and from Stephen Fahey of Stanford. It is still Jermaine Coleman in second, Fahey now in third, Ali of Minnesota in fourth.
Well, you can see this pace is really starting to take a toll on Barraza. He's really working hard. Oh no! He stuttered on that one. Just you could tell his steps were off about 10 meters out, and I just said these hurdles just look like he's having a hard time getting over them. Oh my gosh, and those hurdles do not go down when you hit him.
And that is a real shame because he's struggling to recover. Watch this as he barely got over the next barrier. He just caught his toe. Those barriers don't move, and that's a long fall. So Ali now in the lead, followed by Coleman. Ali is going to win it over Coleman and Fahey of Stanford. And fourth, it was going to be Aiden Tooker of Syracuse. And what a shame, but that's what happens. He had really run hard and misjudged that barrier. And that's what happens in track and field. He scores no points, and he's probably going to be pretty sore tomorrow. Obsa Ali, on paper, the favorite, wins it over Jermaine Coleman of Eastern Kentucky, Stephen Fahey of Stanford finishing third in the